What's up, you guys? I wanted to come on here and give you guys the plays for the day. So today is Saturday the 27th. We got two very big NFL games tomorrow. That being the Chiefs Ravens and the Lions 49ers conference championships. So it should be pretty fun. Wanted to always start out the video with any ongoing promos that are going on. This one is Wild Card Wednesday for Sleeper. There's actually a reduced Lamar Jackson line and a reduced Christian McCaffrey line. So I don't know. I couldn't find the graphic for the Christian McCaffrey one. I don't. They never emailed me. Whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna give you guys plays for this real quick. If you didn't see the last video, just because Sleeper, I really vouch for Sleeper a lot because what they do is they give you a $500 match on your money. Which if you use Prizepicks or you use Underdog Fantasy, which are more popular, I would say they match your money, but just up to $100. So this is up to $500 match. Pretty crazy. You can see here deposit match up to $500, but don't use code wildcard. Use code RFF because that's going to help me. But yeah, if you don't have Sleeper, use Sleeper because every Wednesday they come out with slash lines, just like Taco Tuesday for Prize Picks. They do the same thing on Sleeper, and they actually last till the game happens. So this is going to be existing till Sunday. Here are these two plays on Sleeper real quick. I go over them more in the last video. But yeah, I'm pairing up Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews to go over. So the more pass yards Lamar gets, the more the more pass yards that Lamar gets, it's more likely that Mark Andrews is going to get receptions. You could also think about it the other way around. So if Mark Andrews gets 5, 6 receptions, let's just say, and hits his line, then it's also likely that Lamar's going to go over his passing yards. And this is a reduced line anyway, so Lamar should get 169. And then I'm just pairing it up with a sack under because that's very likely to happen that this person does not get a sack. And if you just paired these two Baltimore people together, it wouldn't let you. It's too correlated. This is too likely to happen. But what you can do is you can outsmart the system and just put a sack in here. Same thing here for I told you there's a McCaffrey reduced line. We got McCaffrey, we got Purdy. So the more that McCaffrey runs, and let's just say he like runs the clock out. 49ers get ahead and they just start running the ball and McCaffrey gets the ball a lot. That's going to be less chances for Brock Purdy to get passing yards. So that's how that works. The maximum entry is $10. I also put an under sack here because it's very likely that this Jones player doesn't get a sack. So put that in, and if you don't have Sleeper, use it. And yeah, let's get into what you guys have been waiting for. So first play of the day. This is for Detroit versus San Francisco. On Prize Picks here, this is all correlated. Earlier in the week, we did an all Moors. This is going to be we did all Moors for passing totals. This is going to be more of a run heavy game, right? So you may ask like, oh, earlier in the week, you did all passing totals. Now you're doing less passing completions and more running. That's just because that's how the math works. Like if you can put in two slips and put the same unit on them, and if you hit either of them, you're going to be way up because these are 25x returns. And this is a 25x. I know they've been doing a lot of payout shifts recently. But yeah, this is a 25x slip here. And pretty much what it is we got Goff, we got Purdy going under pass completions. So we just would want them to throw less. And then we want their two running backs, Gibbs and McCaffrey, to go more rushing yards. So we got Gibbs and we got McCaffrey to run a lot, right? So if it's just a running game, it's a gritty game where they're running a lot. Maybe there's a couple runs that break out for big gains. This could be good. And then we have a combo slip between Amon-Ra and Ayuk to go lower. So yeah, the less that these guys pass, the less that Goff and Purdy pass, the less likely that this is to happen, right? Because these guys don't pass much, they don't have much completions, then it's more likely that these guys are not going to be able to get a lot of receiving yards if there's not a lot of passes thrown. And then we got Laporta and Montgomery, less rushing receiving yards. So, yeah, the thought here is, first of all, we got Laporta going under receiving yards. And then if Gibbs gets a lot of the carries, if Gibbs gets a lot of the share of carries, and yeah, he's kind of the workhorse back for this game, then it's going to be hard for David Montgomery to get going and have a lot of rushing yards, right? So it's all about all these slips are all about I guess who is getting the ball, and when someone gets the ball, then that's taking the ball away from other players, right? So if Gibbs and McCaffrey get the ball a lot, then that's one down that Purdy and Goff aren't throwing the ball pretty much, right? So like that's how it's correlated. Is like if one thing happens, if it becomes a very run heavy game, then a lot of these other things are going to fall into place like a domino effect. Because if it's very run heavy, that's going to just mean that there's a lot of rushing yards for these guys. Maybe the game goes quicker because it's wasting the clock, and it's just going to be less opportunities for all these guys to get yards. Um, and yeah, second play of the day. This is on Underdog. This is pretty similar to a play that we took earlier in the week. I think Justin Watson is Justin Watson. I think Travis Kelsey over targets is the difference here. But yeah, I would put maybe like half a unit to a unit on this. And we got Rashee Rice over targets. We got Kelsey over targets. Lamar over pass yards. Justin Watson over receiving yards, and then Patrick Mahomes over touchdowns. So same thing here. It's correlated. This is all hires now. So Mahomes, the more that Mahomes throws, and then the more that Lamar throws, that's just going to be more passing yards. And then the more that Mahomes throws, the more likely he is to get passing touchdowns. So the more that these two guys throw, um, well, not really Lamar because he's not paired up with anyone else. So I can really just focus on Mahomes. But if this does become a shootout, a close game, a passing battle, whatever you may call it, Mahomes throws a lot, then it's going to be a lot more chances for these guys to get um, their lines up, right? So like, especially Rashee Rice and Travis Kelsey. I mean, these are like the two targets on the Chiefs. Like these are the guys that are carrying the Chiefs right now, receiving wise. So the more that Mahomes is throwing, the more that he's throwing to these guys, and they're going to get targets. Justin Watson. I mean, really, this is like a catch or two for him. So, it is what it is. But yeah, the more that Mahomes throws, the more that Lamar throws, hopefully they get into a passing battle. It should be a close game, a hard fought game. So that's that. And yeah, so now I wanted to just jump into some quick rapid fire plays for League of Legends, which we've been kind of jumping into recently. And yeah, if you've only done NFL or like the traditional sports, I would really urge you guys to get on to esports. And I'm going to be posting more esports just because football is kind of the season's ending, and like NHL, they're kind of having payout shifts more and more for Prizepicks. So I really think the best opportunity is esports. So I just wanted to show you this. I have two esports plays coming up, but I just wanted to show you this. These first four plays, let me make this a little bit bigger. These first four plays are one game. Okay, so we got this TES. This is a slip I took earlier in the week, but we have this TES team, TES, and then we have EDG. I honestly don't even know what these teams are. Like, I think they're some Korean teams or something like that. But we have these teams here, and you can see this is one game, right? This is all Saturday, the 27th. So this happened this morning, actually, Saturday the 27th at 6:20 a.m. my time, and this is all one game. So these guys, this TES team, played this EDG team. So you can see how this is correlated because it looks like this TES team won, right? I actually haven't even checked, but I'd guarantee you that this TES team won because they hit their more kills on map 1 and 2, and then these guys went under kills map 1 and 2. So you can see how that works is like there's four plays in this one game, and this TES team looks like they won the game pretty convincingly because these two guys went over their kills, these two guys went under their kills. So we're just waiting on these two players here. Should happen in the next couple hours, but this is just its own kind of standalone game. But you can also see that these guys are on the same team together. So that will be correlated. Like if this team wins here, this first map, then they should go over because they're getting a lot of kills. So that's how it works. I'm gonna go into these plays. I know you guys probably want some rapid fire action. But yeah, if you think of it in pairs, right? So I'm gonna kind of talk this through. So same thing here. We have this HLE team, and then we have T1. I know who Faker is at least. So we have T1, and then we have HLE. These guys are all playing. So these four players right here are all correlated in the same game. So for map and 2, we have less for these guys. So we'd actually want T1 to lose. So if T1 loses and then this team wins, this would go more for these two, and then this would go less, most likely, right? Obviously anything could happen and it could be something crazy, but that's how that's correlated. We just saw it in the last slip. And then we have these two guys here, Broken Blade and Caps, both playing for G2 to go more. So we'd want them to win their game so they get more kills, right? So like the way League of Legends works for correlation is like normally one team gets an early lead and they just snowball their early lead into a win, and they kind of suppress the other team that they're playing to just not get many kills. So yeah, so pretty much like one team will get an early lead, they'll just snowball that into more and more and more kills because they have more items and better players, and yeah, their team's just a better team. And the other team is then suppressed because they can't kill the other opponents because they don't have as many items or as many like cool things to use on the other team because they don't have like gold to use, right? So I don't know if you understand anything about League of Legends, and you probably got that. But if you didn't, maybe you didn't. But all you need to know is one team normally blows the other team out of the water, and the other team normally then is very suppressed by the other team. Next play here, this is a 5-man. These are all non-payout shifted, by the way. That's why I think this is a really big opportunity. So we have this team Bro. Okay, so 2 on Bro, and then we have 1 on DRX. I couldn't find another player on DRX, so these 3 are correlated now. So we got Bro and Bro playing DRX, so that's more and more versus less. So we would want Bro to win. And then we have this other 2-man here, which is Ra or RA, and we want these 2 guys to go more. So yeah, that's the last slip of the day. Definitely get into esports if you're kind of worried about it. Maybe just put like $5 on each of them and just kind of see how it goes. I'll try to keep you guys updated. But yeah, for League of Legends and for Counter Strike, I'm gonna try to keep building more correlated plays like this. I really think this is the biggest opportunity that there is right now in Prizepicks. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let's make some money in tomorrow's games. They'll be big. I'm really excited about it. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, use those codes down below. And thank you guys for watching.